assumptions. Akaashi and Kenma spies on Bokuto and Kuroo. What did they find? Bokuto-san, can we go have a walk around the grounds? Akaashi asked his boyfriend, Bokuto. Sorry Akaashi, I can't. I have somewhere to go with Kuroo bro. We already had planned this one ahead. Hehe. Bokuto scratched the back of his head nervously. Oh, okay. Akaashi replied, trying to hide the obvious hurt he felt. Maybe we can hang out later baby owl. Bokuto suggested hopefully. Yeah. Sure. I'm sorry Yai. I'll make it up to you, I promise. Bokuto gave Akaashi a kiss on the forehead and ran off. That's what you said last time, and the time before that, and the time before that, Akaashi muttered to himself. He let out a sigh and went to look for Kenma. He knew he was also in the same position since Bokuto was with Kuroo. He wanted to have an ally and hear what Kenma had to say about the matter. And so he texted Kenma and the latter replied that he was on his apartment alone. Akaashi immediately went there. And when he arrived, he saw Kenma playing with his video games. Not even a fresh view. Kenma looked up when he heard Akaashi's voice. Kashi. And so after a short greeting, Kenma put down his controller and the talk between the two of them began. And just like that, every time I try to hang out with him, Bokuto-san always says he has made plans with Kuroo-san. And this has been happening for the past 3 weeks Ken? I'm fed up with it. Not being overly dramatic or anything. It's just that. I mean, what do you have to say about this? Akaashi was ranting. Kenma tucked his hair on his ear before talking. Well come to think about it, those two really have been going out and about a lot these days. I don't know. I trust that rooster and I'm sure you trust spiky hair. Are you just perhaps jealous? Huh? Me? Jealous? That's absurd. Why would I be when he has you? Akaashi was waving the idea off with harsh shaking of his head. Kenma shrugged. It was just a suggestion. After that, a small silence enveloped them until Kenma broke the silence. Do you want to go see what they're doing? Akaashi confusedly looked at Kenma. How? We spy on them the next time of course. Yeah, I think that's a great idea. But how do we make sure they won't see us? Leave that to me. Time skip to tomorrow where Bokuto and Kuroo had somewhere to be again. We'll be back in a bit. See you kitten. I love you baby owl, this will be quick. Kuroo and Bokuto said as they both went on their way together. Then they waited for a few moments until both Kuroo's and Bokuto's back were not visible before they began to move so that the other two won't suspect anything. A few moments later. Alright, let's go. The two of them slowly walked into the parking lot and went into Kenma's car. After a few moments, they were able to follow to the restaurant where Bokuto and Kuroo were because Kenma paid someone to put a tracker on each of Kuroo and Bokuto's cars so that no matter whom the two was going use, they are sure Kenma and Akaashi can find them. Kenma slowly parked his black Bugatti La Voiture Noire in front of the restaurant where they had a clear view of Kuroo and Bokuto, who were sitting near the glass wall. They were just there for a moment also setting up the bug they put on each of Kuroo and Bokuto's clothes so they can eavesdrop on the conversation. It was just normal for about 30 minutes and Akaashi and Kenma was almost convinced that nothing fishy was going on when two other girls arrived and went on to Kuroo and Bokuto's table. Both Kenma and Akaashi's eyes widened on what they saw. Turn the volume up. Okay, don't panic geez. The two of them were intently listening to the earpiece that was connected to the bug. Both were shaking and was internally afraid of what they were about to witness and hear. Please Bokuto-san, no. This is not what I think it is. Akaashi whispered to himself while his hands were shaking. I'm going to assassinate that girl if I found out you're cheating on me Kuroo. Kenma also mumbled. On the speaker. Hello Kuroo Tetsura and Bokuto Koutaro, right? Yes, it's us. Hey. Okay so, as what our agents have told you, we make the most beautiful jewelry in the world. Yeah, and since you did not only ask for these to be the most beautiful but also one of the most expensive plus customized, we had to meet both of you back and forth to ensure that proper consultation was done in the process. Yes, we understand and we're perfectly okay with it. Yeah, we're just excited to see the end result. The two girls nodded. Before we give it to you, we will first introduce ourselves. We are the actual owners of the company and we both personally wanted to give the finished products to you as gratitude for choosing us. And so, may we present to you. And so the two ladies each got a pair of elegant-looking paper bags from beside them. One was given to Kuroo, and the other was given to Bokuto. Each of them took out the small boxes and what met each of their eyes were rings that exceeded the descriptions of beauty. On Bokuto's hand, it was a ring that had a diamond in the center with other diamond formations cascading on the sides. Bokuto's eyes became watery, imagining Akaashi wearing it. Definitely a ring befit of the most beautiful human being to exist for him. On Kuroo's hand, a much simpler design on the sides but one had 3 diamonds on top. Kuroo's smile widened. It definitely was the most suitable for his kitten and he can't wait to give it to him. This would look the best on Akaashi. This would look best on Kenma, Kuroo and Bokuto said, simultaneously while not taking their eyes off the rings on each of their hand. On the other hand, Kenma and Akaashi who were sitting inside the parked car outside spying were already crying their eyes out. Let's go back. Akaashi turned to Kenma. Yay. Later that day, Kuroo and Bokuto got back to where they left Akaashi and Kenma earlier. They each found the two sitting beside each other as if their minds were flying out and about with both of their eyes puffy. Kuroo immediately went to Kenma and Bokuto also did the same to Akaashi. When the latter two realized that Bokuto and Kuroo were back, they just immediately hugged each of them. Kitten, are you okay? Baby owl, did something happen while we're out? But Kenma and Akaashi were just shaking each of their heads while their faces was buried in each of Kuroo and Bokuto's chests. After a moment where Bokuto and Kuroo did not do anything else but calm both Akaashi and Kenma, the two wiped their tears away. They looked at each other and said simultaneously, "Yes, I will." And so each of them gave Bokuto and Kuroo a deep kiss. Bokuto and Kuroo on the other hand, as if someone told them, immediately understood what those yes meant, and they were holding the boxes tightly with their other hands while kissing their boyfriends. And after the kiss was broken, both of them immediately got the boxes out and slid each of them into Akaashi and Kenma's respective fingers. And instead of hearing a question, both Kuroo and Bokuto said a statement. I will marry you and we will be together. And then, I love yous were the only thing that can be heard after it.
Are you interested in buying yourself some Haikyuu merch? From Karasuno High Team to Fukuradani High Team and Aoba Josai High Team. Go click the link in my description box now and get some awesome discounts from 20% up to 65% off. They offer you free worldwide shipping on orders over $39.90. So, what are you waiting for? Link in the description.